This is the world's fastest chicken. Yeah, this is the Tasmanian native hen. Except no one fucking calls it that shit. We call it the turboch. This bad boy is from the land down under. More specifically, it's only found in my home state of Tasmania. And as you may have guessed by that nickname, Lightning McChicken here is built for exactly one purpose. Speed.
I am speed.
But before I address it violating speed limit, I've got to address the fact that it's a fucking fraud. So despite that name, it is not remotely related to a chicken. It's actually from a family of waterfowl called rails. It's around 50 centimetres long, tips the scales at 1.5 kilos, and importantly, cannot fly for shit.
Watch your jet!
In fact, it is completely flightless. And that is a little bit of an issue because this is Australia, where at any given point, this mobile KFC bucket is a rock's throw from a fucking snake. However, Sonic the Hedgehog didn't trade in that pilot license for nothing. See, they still have wings. They just don't use them to fly. They use them as a spoiler, because when threatened, they don't fuck off into the clouds. No, Hen Racer here just drops gear into first, punches the throttle, and fucking tears off at 52 kilometers an hour. I don't think you understand how fucking insane it is for something the size of a chihuahua to break the speed limit in a school zone. So let me make a comparison to Australia's other flightless bird, the one we lost a war to. Emus are 2 meters tall, and when they run, they cover 3 meters per step. That is a total of 6 whole native hens per single emu footstep. So you would assume the emu gaps the fucking hen, right? Wrong. Ken Verstappen and the war turkey are the same speed. How the fuck? This is the world's most disgusting bee.
Brother, ugh.
Yeah, that is a vulture bee, found on the Tyrannid hive continent of South America, and you are probably wondering, what makes it so disgusting? And that's pretty easy to answer. It eats fucking rotten corpses. Well, at least that's one thing that makes them gross. Yeah, the Left 4 Dead zombie diet is actually just the tip of the iceberg on how fucking disgusting these things get. But before you learn the rest, I gotta teach you about bees.
You like jazz?
See, a normal beehive runs on 2 main resources, nectar and pollen. Nectar is used to create Winnie the Pooh's honey, and pollen is used as a source of protein. Now, the issue is vulture bees can collect nectar, but they are physically incapable of picking up pollen. So where do they get their protein? Well, basically, roadkill. Instead of flying around and looking for a lovely floral arrangement, vulture bees will surf the skies until they spot a rather delectable-looking maggot-ridden corpse, which they will then cave dive inside of through the fucking eye sockets. Oh yeah, I told you they got grosser, and this isn't even the worst bit. Because once they're inside, they treat your fucking corpse like the deli at the supermarket, rooting around for the cuts of meat that they're after. But for the same reason they can't carry pollen, they can't just take the fucking meat out in a shopping trolley. No, what they do is scarf down the stacks of rotten flesh like a Minecraft player who's run out of food, fly back home, walk through the front door, and vomit it into another bee's mouth. Okay, well, not straight into its mouth. They're not savages. It goes into a bowl first. And then another bee eats it. And mixes it with spit and nectar to turn it into a meat sludge that gets eaten by the other bees. Yeah, I hope you weren't planning on eating anything anytime soon.
Who wants chowder?
I can fix your fear of snakes with this ridiculous creature. No, that is not a snakeskin sock puppet. That is an actual, real animal on this planet and it's called the Arabian sandboa. And you may be wondering, why does he look like that? Well, no. As much as it looks like it, God did not design this thing in the Spore Creature Creator after 10 fucking beers. No, it looks like a strand of spaghetti with googly eyes for camouflage. So, I'm going to give you exactly one guess as to where an animal called the Arabian sandboa is found. That's right, the deserts of the Arabian Peninsula. If you got that wrong, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man.
You stupid.
No, no.
And in order to survive in that air fryer, the sock here needs two things. Food, and not to be turned into food. Which is rather hard, considering this is not a fucking danger noodle, okay? This is a defenseless noodle.
Help me.
It is only 15 inches long, it has no venom, and the bite of an old lady without her fucking dentures in. So how does it survive? Simple. Digs a fucking hole like a Night 1 Minecraft player. See, they're nocturnal, so during the day, they bury themselves completely in the sand, which allows them to take a nice little nap without getting snatched up by a fucking bird. Then, once night falls, those fuck-ass eyeballs finally serve a purpose beyond looking ridiculous. And that purpose is to sit just above the sand like a submarine periscope and scan for food. They then just wait for a mouse or lizard to get close before this vicious creature pops out of the sand like the worms from June and eats it. I'm sorry, I find the idea of this stupid fucking snake killing anything so funny. Like, just imagine the last fucking thing you see before ascending to the pearly gates is fucking that.
Look at the top of his head.
Did you know that whales can explode? Yeah, these bad boys can turn themselves into an all-natural IED, but they can't explode on command like a creeper. No, in order to pull a Rexplode, it needs to be fucking dead first. In fact, it's got to die in a very specific way. See, usually, when a whale carks it, that fucker sinks like a stone and gets hoovered up by bottom feeders. But if it manages to wash up on shore, or it dies by beaching itself, there's nothing to eat it. No, what that house-sized corpse does do is sit there, frying in the fucking sun, starting to rot. Now, a fun fact about rotting corpses, they go through this cool process called putrefaction. Basically, all the bacteria in your gut start to break down your flesh, which produces a shitload of different gases. And if nothing punches a hole in the whale, that gas has nowhere to go. So the corpse begins to swell and inflate like a fucking balloon.
Oh, I didn't know I had that mod on.
And it will fill with gas until its body can't fucking take it anymore, at which point it basically becomes a fucking boomer from Left 4 Dead.
We got a boomer.
The force of the gas can cause the skin to split and then Free Willy explodes all over the fucking beach, but anyone touching it could cause it to explode as well. Which is why if you see a whale corpse on the beach, whatever you do, do not fucking touch it. Hey, I just told you, don't fucking touch it. I am reporting live from a dead whale. But why am I here? Well, the year is 1970 in the town of Florence, Oregon, where a 14-metre, 8-ton, dead sperm whale has spawned on the beach. And the reason that is a problem, beyond smelling like shit, is that when you leave a dead whale microwaving in the sun for too long, they have a chance to explode. So, this raised the problem. How the fuck do you get rid of an 8-ton dead body? Because that big bastard's not fitting in the boot. Well, at the time, the Florence Beach was the responsibility of the Roadworks Department. The Roadworks Department, however, had no fucking clue how to fix that, so they held a meeting to figure it out. What if we lift it up onto a truck? Our crane is rated for a ton. That thing weighs 8. You're like you trying to squat a fucking elephant. What else? What if we cut it up with chainsaws? What part of it explodes did you not understand? What if we blow it up?
Fuck, it's genius. I did not think of that.
So, Roadworks called the Navy and asked if they were allowed to fucking atomize it. And this, being the USA, the Navy fucking approved it. Which is why I am now standing here with a giant crowd of spectators and a bloody news crew in front of a whale stuffed to the fucking blowhole with TNT. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Well, as it turns out, no one on the road crew had a fucking clue how much TNT to use.
We're not sure just exactly how much explosives it'll take.
So to make sure it got rid of the whale, they used 500 kilos. That's what could go wrong. The crowd looked up in horror as whale chunks were launched 250 meters into the air. Everyone was coated in a fine mist of rotting flesh as they ran for their lives to avoid being crushed by falling pieces of Mr. Krabs' daughter. And while no humans were squashed, one piece of whale crushed a man's fucking car. But the funniest part is even after enough TNT to level a house, they did it wrong so it didn't get rid of the whole whale. They still had to fucking bury it.